Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's the flyest vlogger on the planet. My name is Showtime Bizarre. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great, positive, productive day as always. You know I got hip-hop news, cultural updates, and everything like that for you guys today. But before we do any and all that, you know what you got to do. See that subscribe button on your screen right there. I need you to click that, turn that bell icon on so each and every time one of my videos drop, the content that I'm providing to you, you don't miss it. Let's get into it, y'all. Drop my intro. YouTube, what's going on? Alright, so let's just start this thing off by talking about the tragic incident in Buffalo, New York. Now, if you don't know the story, over the weekend there was a horrible mass shooting in Buffalo, New York at a local grocery store that left 10 or 11 black people dead. Just want to send my thoughts and prayers to those families, to those victims, you know, healing energy to those families. The person in question, or the murderer, they already have him. And, you know, America's doing what they normally do in these situations. We've seen how it goes. They have the murder, not victim, the murderer, and then they have to evaluate him, question him, see what his motives was, give him a fair trial, all that good stuff. I don't see why. This is what I want to say about this. I don't see why. I feel like you have the murderer, you have the weapon, and his motive was just simply because the people were black. That was it. Hate murder innocent people at a grocery store because they were black. He even wrote out that he was going to target a mostly black neighborhood. Mass shooting. These people was living life, chilling, going to the grocery store that day, cook, dinner for their families, and then return home. What is there to talk about? And then tell what he did, and yes, let him get traumatized, let him get beat up day after day after day. I know this shouldn't encourage violence. Throw him in the jail. Matter of fact, put him in the jail with all the gang bangers. Put him in them cells and just let them have their way with Buddy. Beat him up every day.
Fool this man!
Now I'm gonna stop because I don't want y'all to, YouTube to take my video down for being extremely violent. But that's just how I feel, because that was unnecessary, man. That was stupid. Somebody lost their mom, their brother, their auntie, their cousin, their sister, etc., for nothing. All because this dude is racist and a bigot and a terrible individual. And y'all want to evaluate him and ask what was his cause and motive? It doesn't even matter to me. It doesn't even matter. His motive was that he was racist and he didn't like somebody. I cannot fathom why you want to take somebody's life just because they look different to you. It doesn't make any sense to me. That's really all I got to say about that, man. It's just another tragic event, and America has to do better with these type of situations. And they're not protecting the people that need to be protected. The part that really aggravates me was there was a report that said that he wrote out or said that he wanted to murder these people. So the police had him on their radar, but yet made no moves. Didn't go to his house to just search his house to see if he had any type of weapons at all. Didn't, creep at his house at night just to see where he was going and make sure he wasn't going to murder people. Like, these are the type of things that I think they should do for people who say that they're going to murder people or put that type of energy in the universe. Don't take it as no joke. Because every time that somebody has said that they plan on murdering people, they wrote it out and then they went and executed it. So when they see that, I feel like the police should be able to just kind of stalk that person just to make sure they don't do it. But that's just my thoughts and opinions, man. Let me know how you feel about the situation in Buffalo, New York. Again, thoughts, prayers, sending healing energy to those families affected by this tragic situation. Let me know what you guys feel in the comments below. Alright guys, on to the next subject here. So, I know you guys seen this whole YSL thing going on where Young Thug, Gunna, and a bunch of members of YSL have all been arrested and sent to jail. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. I just want to say this, though. I hope it doesn't stick. Gunna just put out an amazing album earlier this year. Thug's been doing a whole lot of features. So I'm hoping it doesn't stick. It seems very random, and that's the thing I just don't understand about it. Like I know they talk a lot of gun references and stuff and all that in their music, but that's just, you know, gangster rap and the drill rap scene, which they're not drill rappers, but that's just hip hop right now. But I'm hoping that this doesn't stick. I don't see them getting into it with a lot of rappers. Like, somebody posted that they had Young Thug had some YSL members in prison, tried to, you know, shank YF and Lucci, which I didn't even know Lucci and Thug was beefing. So that was news to me. So I'm just praying for the best for Thug and Gunna and everybody involved in this situation, because again, it didn't seem like YSL was on no gang banging ish. They just kind of, you know, they was doing their thing. They was getting money, chilling, living their life. And for this to come out of nowhere, and that's what it seems like. I'm not saying that it is out of nowhere, but it seems like it was out of nowhere because, again, where was this whole, you know, let's get them with a RICO, let's put these guys, let's get these guys under arrest. Like, this is the first time I've heard of Young Thug being under arrest. Young Thug been out for a minute, almost a decade. And this is the first time, and he came from a street life environment. He talked about that early on in his music. So for him, I would have thought they had arrested him 3-4 times by now, but he hasn't. Same thing with Gunna. So it just seems very left field. But again, you know, I don't never want to see people in jail or murdered, especially people that look like me, especially black people. But you know, Thug got a family, Gunna got a family, YSL, you know, they've been they're growing as a label. So I'm praying for the best for them in this situation. But again, this is a RICO they hit them with, so it's very. I ain't never seen nobody beat it, so it's undefeated right now. So just, again, prayers for everybody involved in this situation. Let me know what you guys think. Share any type of information that you guys know, factual information, in the comments below. I want to learn more about this just because I don't know where it came from. So let me know your thoughts, opinions, all that in the comments below. All right, y'all, and the last thing I want to discuss with you guys today before I get up out of here, not going to be a super long video. So, not entirely sure what this was about, but Patrick Beverly has some choice words for Chris Paul on SportsCenter. Take a listen.
He can't guard. He can't. Chris Paul can't guard anybody? Is that what you say?
Did you see that? No, he can't. Everyone knows that.
Excuse me. No. I don't know that. I haven't heard anybody tell me that.
Because you're
not lying about
man,
that.
CP can't guard nobody, man. Everybody in the NBA know that. Everybody know that.
Guard anybody.
What we call them? Cone. You know what you do with cones? Like when in the summertime, you got a cone. You make a move. What does the cone do?
Stay still.
Exactly. Yeah. He's a cone. Stop playing, man.
Okay. So here's what I want to say about that. Don't really get why he decided to say what he said about Chris Paul. Not sure where this beef came from between Chris Paul and Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly is a solid defender in the NBA. Patrick Beverly is not a Hall of Fame player, at least not at this point in his career. These are not shots I'm taking at Patrick Beverly. He is a great role player. Not a great scorer, not a great shooter, but he's an elite defender in the NBA. For him to say some of the things that he said about Chris Paul, I agree with Matt Barnes. It was pretty disrespectful. And it was disrespectful because people consider Chris Paul as one of the top 5, well, 10, I'm being respectful, but he's in the top 5 point guards ever. We don't say that about Patrick Beverly. So for him, it's kind of like, what's your beef with him? He said Chris Paul can't defend anybody, but he's made the all-defensive team 9 times in a row. So, and he said everybody in the NBA knows when they play Chris Paul that he's not gonna stop them. He's a cone, is the term that he used. At 37, he might be right. Chris Paul might be a cone at 37, but earlier in his career, I don't think that's a fair assessment. And Patrick Beverly, I don't believe he was playing, because I think Chris Paul was around like 05, 06 or something like that. So that's when he first got in the NBA. So Patrick Beverly for sure was not in the NBA then. So if you're catching the back end of Chris Paul at 37 years old, expecting him to play defense like he's 18, 19, that's not fair. Which is my thing. LeBron doesn't even play defense like that, and you know he's got a longer wingspan and stuff. So I just feel like the disrespect was kind of out of pocket, bro. And it's just like he says things as if he's that guy, you know. He's bounced around a lot, Patrick Beverly, and defense has always been your thing. So Chris Paul puts up pretty solid numbers against him, I would assume, right? I haven't seen a game where Chris Paul doesn't do Chris Paul-like things. And reminder, Chris Paul's not a scorer like that. You know, he's always been a distributor. So if you're not stopping him from doing what he does, and to me, he has a great game. You know, if he's giving you 14 and 12, you know, that you didn't do nothing to stop him. You didn't make him not be. You didn't make Chris Paul look like less of a great player that he is. You didn't do anything. He had a Chris Paul-like game. So I don't know, man. I'm confused as to why he was so angry at Chris Paul. I don't know where all the animosity came from, and it's kind of disappointing because you know you don't want to look like a hater. And I think the one thing that Patrick Beverly does best is he plays irritating defense. And, you know, that only goes so far because they start to call fouls. So you can't play that type of defense in the NBA. It's real touchy-feely. So that's my thing. But let me know how you guys feel about this in the comments below. Do you feel like Patrick Beverly had a point? Do you feel like he was being a hater? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.